And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes show with the lovely Julia.
Hi. And the lovely Richard.
Hey, that wasn't rehearsed.
Sorry,
and actually, it wasn't.
The Q machine there.
A Q machine. Oh, bloody Q machine. Hey,
Yeah.
get to the back. It was at the back and it came forward, didn't do what it was supposed to do, so we've sent it packing. It's got a big suitcase and it'll be on flight BA 4132, which is a nice flight actually if you want to get on it. Don't know where it's going, probably to Cyprus or somewhere. Let's get the spot out check to see if there's anybody out there. Lovely Julia, is there anybody out there?
There is D for Bricks. Hello.
Hello.
We have Joe Merchant.
Hello.
Hello. Andy Dalglish.
Hello.
Laura. Hello.
Hello.
Barbara Charles. Hello.
Rubber Child?
Barbara Charles.
Oh, Barbara Child. Sorry, Rubber.
Open thine ears.
Yes. Yes, hello.
Andy Joy.
Andy Joy.
Anne Osborne. Judith O. Robert Croser. Hello.
Hello.
Jeff Kellison.
Hello.
Dave Ford. They're all piling in.
Oh, pilot. Move over a bit. Let
Come on,
everybody...
shuffle up.
That's
Everyone
it.
in at the back.
Yes, that's it. Nice. That's so nice of you to drop in. I suppose the dropout centre was a bit full this evening, was it? So you've come to take refuge, of course, in the Vobes show, which is very nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point to something in the background of Ye Oldie Show. Here we are. Look at that. See if you can decipher what it says over the next
Get your shuffle thing.
60 minutes. You've got 60 minutes to decipher it. So I will move in and out of the way and you can... If you get it right, by the way, there is a prize of coming into the show and redecorating the ceiling here. So there you are. You didn't expect that. Kevin Hall, of course, is excluded from that because he is a professional painter and decorator and he shouldn't be able to come in and use his professional skills. But if you're an amateur, then that would be... Actually, that's not such a good idea, is it? Because it may be that... Anyway, never mind all that. There's no prize. There is no prize tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a very exciting show, haven't we, Julia?
Yes.
Yes. By the way, Julia's been very bad recently. She got told off and she's writing 100 lines. What does your 100 lines say? I must finish this writing before the show starts. I must finish this writing before the show starts. But also, I'm wearing a nice silk shirt, which has been on the show before, I think, or in a video before.
Not on this show.
No, that's true. Sent in by one of our lovely listeners. So that's very nice. The muscles have yet to come to fill it out a bit.
Now we have some new people joining. Well, not new people, but more people joining us today. We have Cynthia's camera, Robert Baxter, Paul Smith, Claire Leach, Dean Cooper, Mark Selwood. I think we've had Croser, haven't we? Yeah, we've had Croser.
We had much closer than you need to see him. Hello to all those lovely people. Thank you so much for joining us. It's nice of you to come along on this wet, wintry, blizzardy night. Poor old Julia and I had such a struggle to get to the studio today because of the wind. We were stuck behind a very large double-decker bus whose exhaust blew us right into Chichester Harbour.
Yes.
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 I'm just reading the auto cue. I don't know who wrote the script. Is that what you were writing earlier?
Hey,
Yes.
we've got a cheeky viewer who's already worked it out.
Oh, right. Oh, Lara, the cheeky viewer. Lara, bring your pot and paints, your step ladder. The ceiling needs redecorating here because you won. It does, in fact, you're quite right, say, welcome to the Vobes show starring Richard Vobes. Now, just so you know, I was fiddling with this little gadget in the background to try and get it to say, and the lovely Julia.
Don't need that.
No, we do.
No, don't.
We do. But it only has so many letters. And I got thus far in fiddling. It actually came, it was sent in by another of our wonderful viewers. By the way, don't forget if you want to send in a nice Porsche or a Merc or anything like that, don't let us hold you back. And it was sent in with that message already on it. Otherwise, and I was trying to edit it, but there's only so many letters it will do. But it's a nice little contraption. I need to get a close-up of it because it's way, way back. But it's... I can't bring it forward because it's limited by the lead that plugs in to the mains. But it's very nice. What do we got here? We've got Mark Selwood, who says he's at work. Oh, sorry about that, Mark. Get on and do your job. D for Brick says, hi, Richard. What are you doing on Saturday? Please, can you come to my charity shop near Worthing and buy everything up in the shop so I don't have to come in ever again? Well, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. It's near the Strand. I will see if I can come in on Saturday, but I've got to check my diary. Mark Selwood says, You're very maroon, Richard. Yes. There's 5 of us, actually. And I'm only one of them. Robert Croser says, better than blue, Mark. I see what you did there. These were all pop songs, I believe, in the 1930s. Mark says, a special guest starring Patrick McGoohan. Yes, he will be coming in a little bit later when we let him out the box, because he's not a number, but he is a prisoner. Mark Selwood says, I'm about to retire my Blue Robert. Well, I don't want to know what you're going to do with your Blue Robert. That does sound a little bit peculiar. We have a What's in the Box special for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. You may recognise the box. We've salvaged it from the lovely Elaine Brazier, who sent in all the lovely Nelson stuff, which was rather good. We were hoping, actually, when we were doing the Nelson stuff, that the column was going to come out of the box. Nelson's column would have been...
Mary Poppins style.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the lovely Julia was going to climb to the very top of the pole and do her one-arm, one-eyed impression, because she's very good at that.
Clean all the pigeon poop off.
Yeah. Yeah, but sadly we didn't get Nelson's column out of the box, but we've salvaged the box. So we have got now. Julia is very much in charge. A new word.
Do you need to put your teeth in?
I do need to put them in. I'm going to scrub that out the dictionary. She is very much in charge of tonight's What's in the Box feature, aren't you?
Am I?
So tell the lovely viewer who may not have ever seen this show ever before, me lurking in the background going, what is this weird concoction that I've suddenly become addicted to, and what the What's in the Box bit is all about.
What's in the box? We have an item in a box and we have to guess what's in it.
Yes.
But sometimes we get clues.
Sometimes we... And have we got clues this time?
We do.
Oh!
Just a few.
Just a few clues for what's in the box.
Yes.
So, very excited at that. But before we get into what's in the box, we've had, must I say, Elaine Brazier, whose name I have already mentioned once. I mentioned it several times because a brazier is something that you can get really close to and warm yourself up. And in the winter, you need to have a nice warm-up. But Elaine has actually sent in a card because she's down in Cornwall. And the lovely Julia, whose job it is to read, because every time I read things, they go wrong, is going to tell us what she says.
And I'm not going to make it up like he would.
That's true.
It is, isn't it?
Isn't it? Oh, Mark's out there. Hello, Mark's out of 10. 10.
Greetings from Cornwall to Richard, Julia and viewers from Elaine B.
Hey!
Whoop.
So there we are. That's very nice. Thank you very much, Elaine. By the way, if you'd like to send in a postcard, we've done this in the past. People have sent in postcards. We've got one of a windmill here. Guess who sent that one in many, many moons ago? That was Soren. This is there's a card with words on it. Can't really see that very much.
Card with words.
Dover Castle. That's from Elaine Brazier. We've got a picture of a compass from the lovely Linda Kane. If you remember that. This is a load of lighthouses in Michigan, which came...
Michigan.
Yes, which came from the lovely Jennifer Stewart. We have... I think that's a bit of publicity. One from... Anyway, there's a whole pile of them here. I won't go through all of them. But you may have sent them in some time ago. This is from the lovely Anne and Bob, who sent them in. I keep them all because I'm a bit of a hoarder. And, of course, Salt Dean from the lovely Claire Leach. I was just wondering whether it was Claire Elizabeth. But it was before she changed her name. So that's all very nice. So anyway, there's hundreds of others. And we did have them for a long time up on the background. Then we got bored of that. And so I'm keeping them to put in the Essie. You all right?
Yeah.
Dust?
Just keeping the dust that you flicked off the postcards out of my tea.
Ah, yeah, sorry about that. We do collect a lot of dust
I think
here.
I succeeded.
You did?
Yeah.
So that's our postcard section done. Robert Croser, of course, is standing up and he is claiming that he is actually the real Elaine Brazier, which is very nice. You're warm and fiery, which is all we need to know. Andy Joyce says, I'll send you a Christmas card in October. Oh, yes, do you remember it was last year? I said I want Christmas. I can't believe it was last year. And in October or something, before Halloween came along, I said,
that's right, yeah.
Can you send in your Christmas cards? And do you know what? You did. And have I got them all? No, I think I threw them away. No, I think I have got them somewhere.
Just don't know where.
I don't know where. I can't produce them at the moment. Mark Donny McLeod says, Guten Nacht.
Guten Nacht, mein Kameraden und Joseph.
Yes.
Joseph's not here tonight.
He's not here.
He
at the
sends his
moment.
regards to everybody.
Don't you? You send your
He
regards,
would
don't
if
you,
he
Joseph?
could
That's
speak.
right, sir. That's right. He does.
Or indeed understand what's been going on lately.
Yes. What has been going on lately?
Things
Oh,
have been happening.
Yes, all sorts of funny things.
Yeah.
So let's crack on with our first clue from What's in the Box, shall we?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Clue number 1.
Okay, so we all know that the thistle is the national flower of Scotland.
Yes.
But what is the official emblematic animal?
Oh, the thistle, we all know, is the national flower of Scotland. Okay, there no! It's appropriate moonlit night tonight, Mrs. Wright. You're buying a toaster of Scotland. Okay, stop it. But what is the official emblematic animal? If you know that, then do let us know. Letters on a postcard and write it down. And no, don't put it on a postcard. Just bear it in mind. Do they need to know? They need to tell us or bear it in mind? Or
Yeah, they can tell us.
Oh, they can tell us. Yes, of course they can. Use your fingers to do the walking.
We have one correct answer already.
Ah.
We have guesses of the lion, unicorn, the stag.
Oh. Because they have a lot of stag parties up there in Scotland, don't they?
Do they?
In Sauchiehall Street in Glasgow. I remember when we were filming Snug and Cosy, we were in our little hotel room, barricaded in, and you'd see them all with their kilts and their funny little caps with the pom-poms on going along. Okay, hey, Jimmy, have you had a few bevies? Oh, hey, I've had a few bevies tonight. Have you? Oh, yes, it's a stag party tonight. Oh, okay, where is it going? Oh, that bloke has just been divorced. Oh, nice. So, by the way, any Scots people watching and would like to complain, please don't. It's probably the best, because otherwise I don't like porridge very well. I do actually like porridge, but I don't like the rest of jail food. So please don't complain. It was just a little jest.
We have some more guesses for the question. We have Highland cow.
Highland cow.
Another couple of guesses. A lion. Another couple of unicorn guesses.
Yes.
The Loch Ness. Blah blah.
We have a phone call coming straight into the show. Do you want to take the call? It's gone anyway.
It's gone.
It's gone. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We will accept your phone calls, but you'll have to ring my number if you know it, and then we'll put you on the air. Like that. We burn your bottom, and away you go into outer space.
If the caller is watching,
Yes.
and you actually want to speak on the show, call back.
Call back. You know who you are. I hope. If not, there's a little thing that your mum did and knitted it into the collar. Just look at that and tell the grown-up next to you who you are, and you'll be perfectly safe. And by the way, the war is over. Yes, just in case you still think that, you know, the tag round you with your name on it. Well, there may be actually people sitting in care homes with tags on them who may be a bit worried by that, but I don't think they'll be watching. At least, I hope they're not watching. And what am I talking about? I've no idea. Any more guests? Any more guesses? Guesses on our wonderful clue.
One more.
One more.
How about a Loch Ness unicorn?
Oh, a Loch Ness unicorn. No, Loch Ness.
Yes.
By the way, did anyone see? That's interesting. You should mention that. Did anyone see that they've now got positive conclusion that the Loch Ness monster is not a Loch Ness monster? Somebody did a DNA sample from the water in various different places, and they have now concluded that the Loch Ness monster is not actually a Loch Ness monster, but it is some form of eel. I think they came up with giant eel. Or a large, inflamed eel that's bashed its head somehow, probably hit a stone or part of it, and got blown up a bit like a tyre. Talking of that, sorry, we'll let you get a word in at some point. Did anyone ever seen that film? Oh, What a Whopper! Now there's a film, 1960 something. Here's a clue. No, here's a question. Can anyone tell me the year of the film Oh, What a Whopper? And has anyone got a copy of it? I would love to see that film again. The lovely Julia and I will sit down on a mythological sofa, because I don't actually have one in my house, and put on the very small screen that I've got, which is usually my phone, and watch the film Oh, What a Whopper. It's hilarious, as I remember as a small lad. Probably not as good, but it was all about the sighting of the Loch Ness monster. and the I think there must have been some prize money or something in the plot, and they're all running around faking it up. Anybody making any comments to stop me from talking, lovely Julia?
Someone else says thistle is the emblem. Yes, that was in the question.
Yeah, that was actually in the question.
Wasn't me that rang, says Kevin's Rambles.
Oh, good. Well done, Kevin. We didn't think it was.
Yep. Bet it was someone selling PPI.
Oh, yeah, yes, because they haven't got long now before they can't sell any more PPI. But they can still sell PVC double-glazed windows, which is a bit unfortunate. I wish they'd got to an end of that. I've had enough of them window salesmen coming on round, knocking on my door saying, "Excuse me, if you were going to buy PVC double-glazed windows, how many windows would it be?" It's like, none, thank you.
Should we have question 2?
Yes, I think it's time now, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, prepare yourself, put on your fake beard and your dark glasses, because it's now time for... Question... No. Sorry.
For what's in the box?
Question number 2. We've got this. This is so slick. This is the slickest show on the internet.
Question 2.
Yes. What? Oh, we've done that. Yes. Sorry.
Finish these popular Motown lyrics. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my...
Motown, is it?
Yeah, it's a Motown.
What band? I've not heard of Motown. Who were they?
But Motown is a style of music.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Motown. I thought it was
50s,
a band.
Late 50s, early 60s, wasn't it?
I don't know. Don't ask
Something
me.
like that.
Motown.
Yep, there's no doubt on there. Everyone's guessing Tears.
Tears. Hey, wait, wasn't Tears for Fears? Was that a Motown hit? Was that a hit?
I don't think that was.
Tears for Fears? Was that a band? Or a name of a song?
That was a band, I believe. But
Tears for Fears. I was scared.
It wasn't Motown.
No.
It wasn't. Spit it out.
Where is Motown? Is it a place? Moe's Town?
I don't think it actually is a place.
It's not a real place. It's not a real place. Please
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's not. You've joined us at the thick moment in the show. That moment where all intelligence just goes... That's because everyone started using 5G, ladies and gentlemen. 5G.
Because somehow that's what represents 5G.
That is 5G. That is the national symbol of 5G. And you'll find that corporations...
Oh, right. Detroit, Michigan, apparently.
Detroit, Michigan. As you can say, take Detroit and Michigan and shorten them, it makes Motown. Michigan. See? It's very easy.
Oh, Tears for Fears Motown equals what?
Tears for Fears Motown equals... I think it's Detroit... years, says Dave Ford.
Motortown.
Oh, Motortown. Oh, Detroit. Motortown. There we go. Motown.
See, I learned something new.
That was a bumblebee with a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Next week, I'll do a cartwheel with a fallopian tube. Sorry, we just had a text come in. Let's find out who it is who's texting the Vobes show. It's Jeff Killison with an email, and he says, "Dear Richard, please don't, whatever you do, read this email out on the show tonight, for it is absolutely imperative." Actually, it'd be useful if I could actually get to the emails here. He says here, you can do many letters as you want. Oh, right, I didn't realise that. He can change the number. Well, that kind of gives it away, doesn't it? But anyway, shush. So we've got 2 clues. I don't know what's in there, ladies and gentlemen, because the lovely Julia has placed the item or items into the box. Oh, we haven't shaken the box. Would it matter? Does it matter? Can we shake it?
Don't know.
It's not Joseph, is it? No. Oh, it sounds like a big lead weight. I reckon it's a cannonball. Or cannibal. 1 of 3.
Hope I've not broken it. Doesn't sound too broken.
Okay, so there's a big heavy object in the box that seems to lollop from side to side. We've got the thistle of the national symbol of okay, they're new, and there was something to do with animals, an emblematic.
Shall I just read them out again?
Yeah, because I'm struggling to speak.
Yeah.
Clue number
Question
1
is: we all know that the thistle is the national flower of Scotland, but what is the official emblematic animal?
That's like a thistle, isn't it?
Question number 2.
It's a bit like a thistle, though, isn't it? Isn't it?
It isn't.
It isn't. Nothing like it. It's more like that, actually, isn't it? That's more like a thistle.
That's more like a thistle.
Yeah.
Oh. Finish these popular Motown lyrics. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my...
Oh, wait. I did an advert. Commercial advert with Robson and the other bloke,
Jerome.
the blonde one. Jerome. Many, many years ago. You know when they did some numbers together and they were singing songs? And they were famous at one point. They did an advert for something like Heineken or something like that, and they did that song, and they were in a bar, and I was in the crowd. I was an extra in the crowd. Forgot about that.
Oh.
So there we are. Yeah, I was in an advert with them. Didn't get any money for it. Well, I got paid like 50 quid, but that's about it. But hey, that's all very exciting. Any other messages coming in?
Yes.
Good.
That's more like a pineapple, Richard, says Robert Baxter.
Which one? That one or that one?
That one, I think.
Oh, that one. Can you do a thistle?
I'd never really thought about that, thanks.
No.
I could draw a thistle.
Yes, I'm sure, but I just, a little representation. Anyway, so they were the 2 we got. Should we do another one? Is it worth doing another one? We're 22 minutes into the show.
Ah, is that all?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
3. Which popular drink name derives from the French word Genièvre?
Who?
I'm sure I did not pronounce that.
Which popular French drink did you say?
Yes.
Ah.
No, which popular drink name derives from the French word Genièvre?
So, madame and monsieur, which popular drink, you say, is derived from the word, whatever it is that she just said. whatever. Yeah, so what popular drink that derives from a French word?
Ginevra.
Oh, mal à la tête. That was that's a face palm.
Mal à la tête, well done.
Hey.
Well done.
Shin.
Does anybody know what that is? I do.
I have shin. I take my shin
have a
for a
mal à la
walk
tête.
every day. And shin, I take it for a... Anyway, we mustn't encourage these jokes,
So we have some answer guesses.
Oh, answer guesses. Here we go.
Yep, lots of people saying gin.
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 Gin, 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 gin. So
Packet gin.
A packet gin, mate. So what's the word? Oh, Genevieve, is it?
Ginevra.
Ginevra, eh? So gin. Yeah. So we've got gin as... Is that the answer? Or are we not telling them?
Well, I haven't actually confirmed or denied any of the answers.
Oh, we
yet.
haven't confirmed and denied nothing, mate.
We ain't done nothing yet.
So we're going to confirm the answers at the end, and then what? We reveal what we have got.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. Now, before we go to the fourth and final, is it the fourth and final?
Yep.
You've got a lot of other bits of stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any of that we need to do?
What?
No. We've got some stuff, haven't we?
Yes, later.
Oh, later.
Yes, this is for later.
Oh no, I know. Looking at the other stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just thinking.
Do we want
I
some
don't
of
know.
that, or do we want some of that, or do we want?
Well, it's a moment in the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we go, we've got to fill this show with some nonsense. So we thought, what is the most popular item of sweet that people like? And if you can guess what it is that we've got in the studio, you can have one. We will send it to you by carrier pigeon this very evening. So, so just forget what's in.
Out of carrier pigeons.
Well, we'll send it by Persian
We've only got alicorns left.
What, alicorns?
Yeah.
Oh, well, alligators.
Alicorns.
What's an alicorn?
It's a Pegasus with a unicorn horn.
See, you do learn something on this show every day. So, we've got... They haven't seen it, have they? You haven't shown them what we've got in there?
No.
No. So, we've got some sweets. Now, I'm going to ask Julia to describe the sweet and without revealing what it is. And the lovely audience out there have got to guess the sweetie it is. But don't make it too obvious. So, first of all, I'm going to ask you, is this sweet bitter or sweet?
'Tis sweet.
It's sweet. Oh, We've got one there. Okay, here's the next interrogation question to help you, lovely listener, viewer, person watching, hopefully still watching. The sweet thing that is sweet, does it come loose or does it come in a packet?
It comes pre-packaged in itself.
It comes pre-packaged in itself. So are you saying to me, the dunce sitting next to you with the bald head, are you saying that it is its own packaging is part of the sweet?
Yes, I am.
Well, there's a big clue. Now, if anyone can get that, I'll be very thrilled. We'll throw it out now. Have a guess. It's sweet, and it comes itself is packaged in a way that it's part of the sweet in its own right, in the way that ice cream isn't. And well, I suppose a choc ice might be, but ice. You know, Mr. Whippy, where it just if you don't have a cone, it just goes. By the way, it's not ice cream. So let's see what people are coming up with.
Hey!
We don't. Well,
We've got some guesses.
We've got some guesses.
We've got...
You were just staring and not reading them out loud.
Sorry.
Can't have dead air, you see.
Sorry.
I've got
Don't
dead
like
air.
Yeah, he's got enough dead air. We don't like anymore.
Yes,
So Robert Baxter says Kinder Egg.
Kinder Egg, good one, because that does come as itself packaged.
Well done, yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Croser says...
Although Kinder Egg, to be fair, has got silver paper on it with printed stuff
but technically, so is this. There's multiple of them in the packet, and then there's...
Oh, I see. But individually, it's its own packaging. Yeah. So well, it could be Kinder Egg.
Robert Croser says all sorts.
Licorice, all sorts.
It takes them, doesn't it?
It takes all sorts to think about it. Yeah, I suppose so. But I guess.
So what?
Well, I'm just thinking, is it self-packaged? Licorice, all sorts. I guess it is. It's like anything.
I don't think it actually is. It usually comes in a paper packet, but
it comes in a paper packet.
It doesn't kind of fit what I was thinking.
Yeah,
when I made that description.
Exactly. So I'm afraid that's a.
D for Brick says chocolate.
Chocolate. Well, chocolate can be its own packaging, but normally, if you were to put a 100-watt bulb over it.
Mark Donny McLeod says Easter egg, which would fit that one. Robert Croser says also marshmallow saucer. Dean Cooper says space discs. Andy Dalgley says sherbet flying saucer. Judith O, who said before all of these ones, flying saucer.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. So, shall we reveal what it is?
Yeah.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Judith, you got it. Nail on the head.
Do you want to show it up? Hey, we've got a big packet here. So obviously they're in a packet. Yeah, it's like something. You have to hold it in something. But the sweet itself,
obviously
like that,
with the sherbet inside.
It's got the
sherbet
rice
paper.
Yes.
Well, it's more like rice cardboard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very weird thing. That keeps her quiet for at least 10 minutes, which is Mark Glub's job. She didn't put any in my mouth because that would seriously circumvent the show.
Yeah, there'd be dead air all over the place.
Where's it gone?
Hey.
Yeah. No, wait. Oh.
Yuck!
It got stuck.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, goddamn, he did.
It got stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Like that.
So, anyway.
I like eating them like this.
That was a moment. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We were just self-indulgent there for just, 2 minutes. Because that was the 30-second break. Oh, that's cold tea.
Yum, yum. Ooh, yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to remind you, at the end of this month, for those of you who are members of the Bald Explorer group, walking group, we do have a Bald Explorer walk. The lovely Claire Leach is going to be leading us off the top of a cliff up near Rottingdean. Where is it? Saltdean, Rottingdean, somewhere like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I never know the facts. I just turn up. But we've got a Bald Explorer walk, and if anyone's in that sort of area of Rottingdean, East Dean, South Dean, North Dean, Salt Dean, Pepper Dean, Piccadilly Dean, which is a nice Dean to be in Dean.
Cooper Dean. Oh, no, that's Dean Cooper. Sorry.
Yeah, and then please come along. I think it's in the afternoon. It's a bit different from our normal early morning walks. Well, not early, but morning. I think we're going to meet up at 2 o'clock. Claire, is Claire Leach out there? She out there? Can you confirm that?
Did you say we were going to give these to the winner, whoever guessed it?
I said we're going to send one in a postcard.
One.
Yeah, we're going to send one. We're going to send one of these.
Because we're eating all the rest.
Yeah, we're going to send it by carrier pigeon. A carrier pigeon couldn't carry all of them.
Alicorn, because we've run out of carrier pigeons. I told you that.
So that was the. If we. Sorry about that. If we can actually. Oh, that one. Oh, I thought I had got that one. The other thing you can do with these, if you lick them like that, they get quite sticky. And you can mount them. You could mount them on your head and pretend to be a Dalek. If you get enough of them, like that. Look, I am, and then you need something out here, like a thing. It does actually start to look a bit like a Dalek. It's a new. This will catch on with kids. I am a Dalek. Exterminate! Kill the Doctor! I obey! I obey!
You done?
Yeah.
Good. Did you get that out of your system?
I got it all out of my system.
All out of your system. Good.
Every last bit. Exterminate! Oh, sorry, apart from that bit. Exterminate!
And
you will die! You will die!
Can I just let you know that you're getting louder and louder every time you do that?
Yeah, well, they do, don't they?
Louder.
The Daleks did get louder. And, you know, first of all, you'd hear them muttering in the back of their dustbins that they were living in.
Well, wasn't it because they'd always be like in the distance and they'd slowly be coming backward?
Yeah, the rummage of the dustbins would be sort of rattling down the street, coming along, and it'd be going, what are you talking about? We've not seen him yet. I know. Well, come on, hurry up. I've just got to get my handbag. Have you got everything, dear? Not quite. Oh, look, there he is. Is that the Doctor? Yes, I think so. It's time for my colostomy bag to be refilled. Oh, that's nice.
Sorry,
Quick.
the producer says he's going to pull the plug if you carry on.
Oh. Exterminate! We just shot the producer.
I see.
Anyway, there's enough of eating of these. That'll make me very silly. We can't have that. Yeah, I liked actually, you know, in Doctor Who, you had the Daleks, but I liked the Cybermen best. I thought they were
Cybermen.
Yeah, the Cybermen.
The Cybermen.
You know, they used to have those
my
big
God,
headphones
the
on,
Cybermen.
listening to the Wurzels, didn't they? And they would just drink cider with their silver faces, going, "Oh, let's ride on your little Wurzel fan. It is a cider man. Up the do, up along, down along, round along, billabong, ding dong, diddly dong. Up the cider man. Oh, is that the Doctor? Just a minute. Hey, Doctor, I just wonder if you'd stay there for a minute and finish my cider and this scrumpy. I like the cider men. I'm a half Dalek. A half Dalek is a
He's
Dalek.
a half lick.
Ooh, you licked that one.
I did.
Made a slight error there. Anyway, let's read out some of the comments from the lovely people saying, please have the show axed. We never want it on the internet ever again. We stop laughing.
Not that funny.
No.
Yeah.
Go.
We have a fourth question.
Oh, you're not going to read out the comments? Just read out some of the comments. Anything will do.
29 minutes, Julia. You can make it. Lol, says Andy Joy.
Claire Leach, there she is. She says, I will upload the map of the walk if that's possible. What time does it start and where do we start, Claire? That's what we want to know. Mark Selwood says, if anyone's interested in Daleks, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about the history of them. If anyone's interested, you just said that twice. If anyone's interested, not like I've watched anything or any of them, isn't it? That's interesting. Kevin Rambles
says, thank God he wasn't like that last week.
It's a shame.
Andy Douglas says, Daleks were masters of the universe but couldn't get up curbs until recently.
Ah, yeah.
True that.
Or upstairs.
That's what we said.
Up curbs.
Oh, well,
or stairs.
Yeah, curbs, steps.
You know, I remember, do you remember the Peter Cushing version? Do you ever see the Peter Cushing version of Doctor Who? It always used to come on when the test match, I remember the test match would be on, very boring cricket. And then suddenly the rain stopped play. And the greatest thing was Invasion 2000 AD, the Daleks, or whatever. And Peter Cushing was the Doctor in these feature films, 1960-something, 70-something probably, version of Daleks. And they would be running around, these Daleks. And, everywhere where the Daleks went, there was this smooth bass, then rocks coming out. And they hadn't invented the fact that they could climb. I think in the second film they had smoke, so they could when the rebels were around. But it was a silly idea, really. Daleks, weren't they?
Kevin Shambles says 1:30 on the 29th. Claire Leach, we can't refer to your early comment because that's probably all the way up there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the earlier comment. Sorry, we were too busy throwing space hoppers at us. This is the one, but...
No, that's still in packet.
Oh, it's still in the packet. Who's it going to?
Judith.
Oh, Judith Oakley.
Wasn't it?
Wasn't it? Isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, Judith Oakley expected in the post.
Rottingdean Green at 1:30, she says.
Oh, Rottingdean Green. That's not an invitation, by the way, to bring your old vegetables in a rather putrid state. That's not what that's about. Rottingdean Green is an actual place. It's not what you do after your
You've
meal.
had too much sugar, haven't you?
I have had a lot of sugar, thank you.
Question number 4.
Yes, we're going to go back now, ladies and gentlemen. Now we return to our normal and earlier programme, the What's in the Box, starring the lovely Julia, who's got a bit of paper with numbers on, and me, who has very little up top. And here is the voiceover now that says, question number 4, please.
What is the name for a drink composed of Sorry, let me start
Let's
again.
start that again. What shall I question for you, please?
Yeah. What is the name for an alcoholic drink composed of distilled spirits and additional flavourings such as sugar, fruits, herbs and spices?
What?
What is the name for an alcoholic drink composed of distilled spirits and additional flavourings such as sugar, fruits, herbs and spices?
Oh, nice. Sounds lovely. What is it? What kind of drink is that? Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Cooper says punch. Sorry. I carry out your commands, just make them known to me. Gin, cocktail, says Dean Cooper. Hang on. So to quickly cock my tail. Mixture, I've done the cocktail. Thank you, Mark. We're not having a repeat of that. It's very interesting. Cocktail mixture. Says
gin.
mixture stuff, which is a bit like a punch. But what happens if you say it again?
For the third time.
Yes, for the third time.
What is the name for an alcoholic drink composed of distilled spirits and additional flavourings such as sugar, fruits, herbs and spices?
It's distilled, I think, is the key.
Distilled
here.
spirit.
Distilled spirit, as opposed to like a
And it's not a static ghost.
Yes, very
I
good.
did Vobes.
Whoa!
Hey!
A static ghost. Distill. Yeah. Oh, the joy of Julia's face then.
The
yes.
horror on
the
Julia's
horror.
face then.
Flavoured gin. Is that right?
What?
Mark Donny McLeod.
Oh, right, yes.
Hi, Mark Donny McLeod. He's very clever in the Highlands with his little bit of research. Is that right?
What?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Andy Dalglish got the spelling correctly as well.
What?
Mark Donny McLeod.
Yes. What did he say?
Liqueur.
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 So,
Right.
Should we have a look at?
So so let's just revise. I was going to say
Okay.
before you open it and reveal it. Let's
Okay.
revise the items and then we
And
see
go
if we
through
can.
the answers.
And then and see if we can mix it all together so we know what it is that's in the box. He
Okay.
says like he knows what's in the box. Like maybe I do.
We all know that we all know that the thistle is the national flower of Scotland. But what is the official emblematic animal? Are we saying the answer? Yeah, well,
So what is it?
it's a unicorn.
It's a unicorn, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who got that correct, pat yourself on the back and get some hoop blast. Throw it at the unicorn's horn.
Interesting information. There was a real-life unicorn living on Earth up to 29,000 years ago. A single-horned Siberian rhinoceros called Elasmotherium sibericum. Elasmotherium means thin-placed beast in Latin.
Thin-plated beast.
Yes, and it was the size of a mammoth.
How big is a mammoth?
quite big.
It's about
Bigger
mammoth size.
Bigger than elephants, anyway.
Do you know, talking of that, does anyone remember Carry On Cabby? Wonderful film with Sid James and Hattie Jakes, part of the Carry On things. And there's a sequence where Sid James has forgotten that his wife, played by Hattie Jakes, it's their wedding anniversary. And so he is driving along in the cabbie, and she's rung him up and says, "Have you got me something for my, for the wedding anniversary?" He says, "Yes." And he's looking around and he sees that there's a mammoth sale going on in the shop. So he says, "Oh, I've got you a new coat. It's mammoth." It's a mammoth. And she's going, "Oh, is it really mammoth?" And he's going, "Yeah." Anyway, I thought it was funny. Straight over your
head. Now that you finished that, they didn't have to watch you for that, but they did have to watch an awful image of me as it's frozen. Yeah, we don't need a phone call because we can. Well, I can
What's
see
the matter?
Frozen.
Is it frozen?
Yeah.
Hang on, let's get
You can
Lara
still
on the
hear
phone.
us.
Hello, Lara. You're live on the show.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Lara.
You are frozen.
Do you know it is a bit chilly in
When
here?
your heart's not open.
I'm sorry about that. That's
Wait,
a little...
hang on.
Yeah.
My TV seems to be lagging a bit.
Yeah, no, it will do because we are in the future.
Oh,
Yes,
that's impressive.
I know, we're very impressive. Yeah, somehow it has frozen, but let me just see if the camera is working. Oh no, maybe
Everybody
the camera.
gets a nice view of my chins.
Wait a
Lovely.
minute. Can you tell me if the Vobes show logo comes onto your screen in a second? That would be good, and then we'll know what's going on. It may. Oh yes, it does. Well, I said that probably
Pop,
before.
pop, pop.
Our camera has frozen. It means I've got to work behind the scenes. So thank you very much, Lara.
Okay, no problem.
I
Good
will.
luck.
In the meanwhile, we go to the radio series that now takes over the programme whilst I try and correct the technical error.
Fabulous.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the show.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That was Lara in Croydon. Well, actually, Bognor, but it could have been Croydon if
Did you say
she.
Croydon?
Well, it would be Croydon if she lived there. So
It would
I'm
be
just
if
yeah,
she lived
exactly.
there.
So I'm just going to do a quick thing here. You keep talking whilst I try and do stuff. Tell us about
I
that
will
mammoth
carry
sale.
on.
Yeah.
No, you just interjected with that while I was trying to get on with the answers. And
I know, but that was quite an interesting thing, though, wasn't it?
I suppose that's subjective. Or
She's
it's
so
the word
mean. She's so
objective.
mean to me.
Oh, you know,
Yeah, go.
so horrible.
Yeah, I know.
2. Finish these popular Motown lyrics. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my... And the answer is, of course, Tears.
Tears.
Now, most people probably already know this, but I didn't. But the singer, songwriter and record producer Smokey Robinson, who wrote that song, was born as William Robinson Jr.
I didn't know that.
There you go. And question 3 was, which popular drink name derives from the French word Ginevra?
Ginevra, know what it is.
And of course it is gin.
We now bring you back to colour and images, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the old
Wunderbar.
Vobes technical deviation, repetition, and goodness knows what.
Interesting information is Ginevra means juniper.
Oh, that explains why you have juniper berries in gin.
Well, that's why it's called gin, because gin
It's
is
derived
made
from the juniper.
from juniper berries, and the French word for juniper is Ginevra.
And there is a lovely plant called the juniper tree,
Yeah.
in which you get the juniper berries
That is
from.
correct.
And I don't know whether I think that's actually I think that's actually I think that's actually have we got stuck again? I believe that is a tree that is what is it when it's native to native. I believe it is a native tree to this country, as opposed to those imported ones which are not.
Cool.
Yes.
Where's the chap?
Where's the chat? Oh, sorry, we'll get the chat back up. Fine. Sorry, where's the chat? I'm
Where's
sorry.
the chin wagging?
I have to do a bit of thinking at the
The
same
chin
time.
wagging.
Sorry about the earlier moment of stillness.
Lots of welcome backs.
Yes,
That was
welcome
speedy
back.
work, Richard.
What about the slow?
gin?
What about slow gin?
Yeah. Well, that's made out of slow berries, but that's why it's called slow gin rather than just gin.
Yeah, and don't do a race between juniper berries and slow gin, because the slow ones will win, because to get the berries from Jupiter takes many, many light years.
Laura says gin without juniper berries is vodka.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Gin without...
Lara says so.
Oh, well, it must be true. Do you know, we had Lara on the phone.
We did. We had Laura on the phone. Can you believe it?
Actually on the
Actually,
phone.
Laura.
We've got 15 minutes. If anyone would ring and knows my number, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
We won't answer it, but you're very welcome.
Oh, for goodness sake. Mark Donny McLeod, I keep trying to spoonerism your name.
Yes, good.
That says, keep off my juniper berries.
Yes.
Life of Brian.
Oh, Life of Brian. Very good. Nice reference.
Henry's Adventures says, juniper, Scots pine and yew are the only native coniferous trees in Britain.
They are.
Ooh.
I did think it was a native one.
Yes.
At night, you can see it running around. I can't do that
what
joke
because
it's
going.
Yes,
you're going to get a smack.
I was going to do somebody who's yawning a lot, making a very
There's
repetitive
one
yawning.
culture I will defend to the death.
Well, don't
I
kill
don't
me.
know why.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, big sitting bull. So how have we got to the end of them? Sorry about this erming and umming. Did you just read them all out?
I think maybe.
What was the last one?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting information is the difference between liqueur and liqueur is...
Liqueur or liquor?
Liqueur,
Or-
liqueur, spelt Liqueur.
Oh, yeah,
and
liquor.
Liqueur,
Yeah.
Liqueur,
Yeah.
is that liqueur has added ingredients and is sweeter.
Oh. And do you know what liquor is?
I'm
in
not sure.
brewing?
Go on, I don't know.
Liquor in brewing, and it may be something to do with wine as well, because I've heard someone mention this, but liquor, when they talk about liquor in brewing, they mean water.
Yeah.
They mean the liquor is the water that you're going to be using in the brewing process, and then it goes through the malting, or maybe at that point it becomes liquor. At some point it becomes liquor and not a knicker, or anything else. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in.
Kevin Trample says, "Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Thumbs Down is watching the live show. Lol. Good evening, Mr./Mrs. Thumbs Down.
Mr. and Mrs. Thumbs Down. Well, have we got thumbs down on the show? On the Tube of Views, on a live show, a thumbs down. Thank you very much, by the way, because do you know, I investigated the thumbs down. I mentioned this before, and actually what it means is people have engaged. If you press a button, doesn't matter whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down, you bung as many as you like on, but it actually means you've engaged with the show. And that, as far as YouTube is a good thing.
This is never going to happen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, balancing a box on your head with a thing in it.
A box with a wibbly wobbly thing in it. Oh, for a second then.
So let's get to the point where we open the sodding box.
Well, that's why it's on my head so that you can see it. And
Oh, right.
like,
Okay.
We're ready for this.
So,
We're not gonna
okay.
keep
So,
chatting.
wait a minute. So have we
So the
confirmed what they
answers
are?
are
Yes.
unicorn.
Unicorn was the first one. Was the
Unicorn.
thistle?
Yeah.
Wasn't the thistle?
Wasn't
Was
the
the
thistle,
animal of Scotland?
Emblematic animal of Scotland is unicorn. The missing lyric is tears.
Tears. Unicorn tears.
And Ginevra means gin.
Gin.
Gin is derived from Ginevra.
Yep.
And the alcoholic drink described made from distilled spirits is liquor.
So we've got unicorn tears, gin liquor. What the hell can that be? Ladies and gentlemen, live on the show, what's in the box? Here is a empty bottle now of unicorn tears, which is a gin liquor. Or liqueur, sorry. Liqueur.
I doubt anyone will believe me, but I didn't drink it myself.
Did you not?
No.
Who drank it?
My next door neighbour. But she
Was
knows...
it, how do you mean? What, did she give it to you?
I didn't buy this. She gave me the empty bottle to use for candles or something.
Oh.
I was going to make people guess who did this box, but I think it's kind of self-evident.
You did the box.
Yeah.
So anyway, but there it is. You can
You
actually
can see it properly there.
Yeah, so you can actually buy this, ladies and gentlemen, in the shops or probably online. Unicorn Tears, which, as we've just described and have been painfully examining over the last 60 minutes.
What can I
is
do? I was desperate. I was
gin
like, oh, that'll do.
liqueur.
Let's get some questions sorted out.
However, we do know, we've already had a clue. Where's it gone?
A clue?
We have a clue. Wait, where's the clue gone?
What
There was
clue?
a postcard somewhere in there. You know, from
got
a
it
regular
mixed up.
contributor.
You got it mixed up in
Yeah,
there?
no, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, we have had
It's
a
not
clue.
gone under there, is it?
Oh, it might have done. Don't dare lift that up because the whole. Here we
this
go.
one, is it?
That's it. We have a clue, ladies and gentlemen, because we know that there is one woman out there in the world that does the best what's in the boxes you could ever imagine. And we've mentioned her name several times. We've heated her hands over her wonderful... I'm trying to think of the right metaphor without being rude. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The lovely Elaine Brazier is down there in Cornwall, isn't it? It is where she is. It's beautiful down there, isn't it? It is very beautiful. And I suspect that we are most likely, and I'm crossing my fingers and keeping my Playtex bra in place, that the lovely Elaine Brazier is setting up as we speak, as we actually are going out live. Now she is in some tiny little Cornish hovel, putting together the elements of another What's in the Box, which will be coming to us all the way from Cornwall. That wall of Corn. I've been through that wall of Corn, ladies and gentlemen, and I have met the master of Cornish impersonators, Mark Selwood. Lovely bloke. He had him giggling, and we did a live show together, and we had a lot of fun from the bottom of his heart. So I'm very thrilled to say that. So I have a feeling that that's it. So there we go. I hope you're not using that emoji in the way I think you might be, says Lara.
Yeah.
What emoji?
This one.
Oh, pumpkin. Is it a pumpkin?
No, it's not a pumpkin.
What is it?
It's an eggplant.
Oh, an eggplant. Oh, it's aubergine.
Aubergine.
It's an aubergine. If Jean looks up, she'll see it's right over him or her, because Jean is one of those words that you can, names rather, that you can have in either male or female. Although, of course, I was told earlier today that gender is fluid, like my bank balance, as I said to your mum, and she burst out laughing.
She did.
She did. Bless her cotton woolen socks, which were right up to her ears. Actually, we have to praise your mum, because not only did your mum very kindly buy lunch, and I was invited, but she's looking after young Joseph this evening. Mm-hmm. Which is very nice. So thank you very much, Helen, if you're watching. Very kind of her. And so that's very nice. Lara says, oh, Mark, what have you started? An aubergine club. If you want to join the Mark Selwood Aubergine Club.
Is that under Jerry?
Under Jerry.
Aubergine, under Jerry.
Under Jerry. And round Margaret and the other side of Benny. So, yeah, the Aubergine Club. It's for those people who are over a certain number of genes. There is a pool for them to swim in, of course, and other bad jokes are coming, but they haven't risen to the surface as yet.
Have to?
No, probably not.
What is the time?
It is 7 minutes to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Still 7 minutes?
Yes, I know, still
Wow.
7 minutes. They are static. Like we've had Frozen already. We've done some still minutes. Now we've got these minutes to go. So in the last few 7 minutes, we've got...
I'd like to... Can I take a moment?
Yes.
I'd like to say a lovely big thank you for a little gift that I received from Cornwall.
Oh, wait, who's that then?
It's a birthday unicorn.
Isn't it?
It's got my birthstone on it, topaz.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's that from then?
Isn't it? It's from the lovely Mark Selwood.
Hey!
I love it. A little pewter unicorn. I love it. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mark. That's very kind of you down there. What a nice man. By the way, Mark Selwood has promised faithfully, but we don't believe him. But he said he's going to come up to Worthing, stay on my couch. All right, mate. Know what I mean? And stay on the Z bed. And we're going to make some videos in this neck of the woods. He's going to come up, which will be great, which we will enjoy that. No doubt the lovely Julia will come along as well, if she can.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. They're trying to read the chat.
What's going on in the conversazione? You were reading it, so jump to it.
Well, there's lots of various little bits.
Robert Baxter says, is Robert Croser an anagram of... No, it's not. It's a massive aubergine. Nikki knows what that...
I was going to try and avoid all the aubergine ones, that's why. Mark Selwood says, oh God, what have I started?
Yeah, what have you started, Mark?
D for Brick says, Richard, I am at the charity shop between 1pm and 4pm on Saturday. It's by Durrington train station at the Strand.
Yes, thanks for the advertising.
Yeah, Kevin Jammer says, isn't it?
Isn't it? So if you've got any questions for the last 5 minutes, it's throw the questions at Richard and Julia. You've got 5 minutes and your time starts now. Any question you like, as long as it's clean and not too silly, we will attempt to answer. It can be on any subject you like that we may or may not know the answers to. And if we do, we will tell you. And if we don't, we won't, because that's how this competition works. So start typing away with your questions and we will get to them within the 5 minutes that we have remaining on this show. And if you don't bother to do it, then we will shrivel up like two people who have desperately run out of material on a show that doesn't really matter if we finish at 9 o'clock or not, but we do like to try and make out that we are some slick professional show because I've got a nice... Well, we do try because I've got this nice silky shirt on. Yeah, well, that's it. So here's our first question. Robert, tell who what? So that's the question. Doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Does it make any sense to you?
Nope.
We're going to ignore that one. Let's get the next question. Who's got the next question for us? Your time is ebbing away evermore. Thanks for the lovely show, says Andy Dalgleish, Richard and Julia. OK, where's Julia been of late? Where have you been of late?
Well, does anyone want to take a guess where I've been of late?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me. Were you pregnant and you had a baby and then you had to raise that baby and go to
Guess
hospital?
what, everybody? I've had a baby.
So I think that was fairly self-evident. Question, Lara, Julia, when can I see your beautiful baby Joseph again?
When you come and see me again.
There you go. Make an appointment. That would be good. I know, Lara. What a fool. Yeah, exactly. D for Bricks, Richard and Julia, how has your week been? It's been very nice week, been very busy week. I've been out filming in Dunkton for some more Dunkton videos, filmed 3 of those. And also we went out on Monday to see a man about an app. Not an asp. I've got an asp. Did you remember that Kenneth Williams thing? There's an asp in this box. It's not an app.
I don't remember that one.
What is it? Not a snake. Oh, no, it's an asp. Nobody remembers that one. Never mind. Here we are. Mark Donnelly McLeod says, wonderful show. Thanks for the titty hilarious time. I'm at Knotty Ash tomorrow morning. Are you? How marvellous. Off to Granny's in Skye this week.
Lovely.
Is she up there in the sky?
Ha, ha, ha. There's Sky with an E.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Dean Cooper says, did you go to Potter Heigham in Norfolk? No, we didn't. We didn't go to Potter Heigham. I've never heard of it, to be honest with you. There are 3 more videos. Nearly did the V's up then. There are 3 more videos to come with the lovely Derek and I, otherwise known as Kevin, and I. It's not really Derek. I don't know why I said that. Lovely Kevin and I. 3 more videos. And guess what they all are about? Oh, old buildings. D for Brick says, great show. Thanks very much. Well, I think that's probably about it, really. Isle of Skye, yes. I'm off for the evening. Super show. There we go. I think no more questions coming in. I was hoping that someone might ask for the answer to what is I can't even remember it now. It was a very tricky question. Something to do with... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Something to do with -1. What's the square... Oh, yeah, what's the square root of -1? If anyone can tell me the answer to that, you're a better man than I am. Gunga Din. Who said you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din? Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Lost. Have you had a good show?
I've enjoyed.
We must thank Julia for sorting out all the clues in today's show and coming up with the prize. We will be sending Judith Oakley the sticky back plastic and the little small elastic that goes in the envelope to send you the flying. So I'm just saying random words now.
I'm sorry that there was a bit of a naff box today. I'm certainly
It wasn't a naff box. It was not a naff box. It was a great box. And
no, the box itself was lovely.
I'm afraid
Elaine
Judith
sent it in.
Just so that Judith actually knows that she probably actually won't get the flying saucer, I'm afraid, because we will write the address on the flying saucer and fling it, and if it doesn't get to you, it doesn't get to you. You know,
I'll tell you what, next time we see you, I'll buy you a pack.
Yeah. I don't want Judith to be sitting there by her door religiously, waiting for the postman. Wait, Mr. Postman, look and see if there's a flying saucer in your bag for me. Mr. Postman, because it may not happen. And on that note, we've had a great show. Thank you, Julia. It's been an absolute joy. Take care, one and all. We'll be back hopefully next week. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but keep a note on the thing. I do want to, as we get into the winter, I want to do 2 shows a week, ladies and gentlemen. I want to rank up the work.
Crazy.
There may be just sort of larking about shows, which I'll have to practice my larking about shows. Are you any good at larking about?
Larking?
Yes, that's
fairly good at larking.
Yeah, marvellous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to talk to you and read all your comments. It's been a joy. Until next time, from lovely Julia.
Tatty bye.
Tatty bye! Tatty bye! Bye-bye! With all the tat that you can buy. And I can buy a lot of tat down at the tatty shop.
Ta-ra, chooks.